Hey, welcome to Small Talk with Rich and Lisa.
Where we talk about everything from soup to nuts, whether it's controversial, conservative, liberal, whatever. We are not shy about the subjects that we talk about.
Well, basically, we just extend our conversations with each other. We include you. How's that? Anyway, listen, we're excited to talk to you today because we have an announcement or two. Our association with an organization called Delco Loves Animals, which was my wife's brainchild that we started about a year ago, with the goal of lowering or completely getting rid of the stray animal population in Delaware County, Pennsylvania. That is that's a mouthful and it's a large task, but here we are. It's a year later. We've progressed. We've made progress in a lot of areas, built relationships. People use the word like coalition. Well, we're not that savvy. We just have a lot of people that seem interested, that are passionate about animals, and they're passionate about the animal welfare.
Yes.
And that's what we're tapping into with this organization, because if someone could just more or less just bring everybody together and have one focal point and one goal, and that is to get rid of that stray animal population, then we will be successful.
And the way we do that is through spay and neuter. And we also want to try eventually to become a truly no-kill community. So that's another goal.
Yes.
So we just want to mention that we were on the front page of the Daily Times on November 28th, which was 2 Fridays ago. It was a surprise to us, but it was a very welcome surprise. It was a little scary because the cat's out of the bag.
And what bag is that, Lisa?
What bag is it?
It's the Donguanella bag.
Oh, yeah. So, and I also want to make a public apology to a man named Chuck Protesto and Charlie Alexander, because I couldn't remember how this came about with Donguanella and the idea of having a cat sanctuary there and centralizing, the animal welfare and intake for Delaware County. And it was Chuck's idea that Charlie brought forth on Facebook, and that's where I saw it. So I just want to make an apology to both of them. It wasn't definitely not intentional. We just couldn't remember where we heard it.
Right.
And
but we are grateful
yes,
for that idea, which really is
tremendous
a fantastic idea.
We love that, and so do a lot of people. And so that's why we've been trying to get this out into the public to see what everybody thinks about it. And that's what we've been doing. We are going to have a petition. We are behind in that, but we just want to make sure that this would be something that we can have people backing us up and fighting with us if we need to fight for it. Hopefully we won't. Hopefully we'll have people that are the decision makers that will, that they'll agree that this is the best answer and
be part of the solution.
Yeah, and we need a permanent solution. I can't say that enough. We don't want a Band-Aid. So we don't just want any building. We don't want a tiny little building that maybe one day we're going to have to find another place. We want a permanent solution so that we can expand, not have to grow out of it.
Right.
We want to be able to expand in the area. So we're hoping that Marple Township, who we would have to go before that zoning board, that they would welcome this, and that the zoning could be changed to what it would need to be to do something like this. So that's what we're hoping for. And if anyone is from that area or knows someone that is influential in that area, please contact them. We would like to also, be part of that conversation.
Yes, exactly right. So over the last year, we've seen the momentum build because we've had connections with people involved in the county, local municipalities. We were even approached by a gentleman who is a retired councilman from a local borough who is willing to throw his hat in the ring and help us, because he's an animal lover.
Right.
this is the kind of people that we're appealing to, and we're finding that more and more people are attaching themselves to this idea. So the Don Guanella idea of using that facility for cat rescue and
Cat
maybe
sanctuary.
cat sanctuary, maybe
And
even,
it's also going to be for dogs as well,
yes.
not just cats.
We only say cats because that's the biggest problem that we're facing, but it's also dogs.
Mm-hmm.
And anyway, with that in mind, it's going from an idea to kind of like a concept
Mm-hmm.
that this is something we personally really want to see happen. Other people seem to be in agreement with that. So we're going to try our best to make this happen with everything that we can do. So that was one announcement. What would be another one?
Another announcement is that it was very short-lived that we were on the board, we were board members at the Spade Club. We are no longer board members on the Spade Club because we had to make a decision. We're not afraid to be controversial. We're not afraid to question. So, but we do understand that, there's state laws. There are certain things in medicine that they're not going to agree with us on. And so we had to make a decision whether, the question to us was, or what we were asked was not to talk about or post things about vaccines that are not for vaccines, and also spay and abort. So, because we take a different path on the spay and abort and vaccine issues. Not that we don't ever look down on anyone for different thoughts about that. So, but what's happened is, our name has kind of gotten to be like, dragged through the mud because we don't agree with spay and abort in the rescue world. And, we're not telling anybody how to run their operation. If you're a veterinary clinic or a veterinarian hospital or whatever you do is what you do.
Right.
But if we find a pregnant cat, we are not going to spay and abort the kittens and the mom. So that's how we believe, that's what we think. We've talked to a lot of other people who are not aware that spay and abort is being done on pregnant cats and dogs. So we're part of what Delco Loves Animals is for is education. So we want to educate people. And we would like people to know and understand what's going on in the animal world. There is some darkness in that. And as animal lovers and animal advocates, we should not really be doing spay and abort. We should not be euthanizing animals for just any reason or because there's not enough space. We really need to look into ways that we can stop being able to stop doing that. That being said, we understand why they do those things. And we want to help them in some way to get to a point where we don't have to do that anymore.
Right.
Because
So,
we know that is heartbreaking for everyone who loves animals. So we are not against people that believe in that or do that. We just want to make sure that everybody is aware of that. It's our personal belief. And
we see a longer term solution. So let's just picture this scenario. Say there's 10,000 cats, just as an example, in Delaware County right now, that are not spayed and neutered. And that's probably not far from the truth. So
probably more than that.
And then these cats, they multiply, they get pregnant because they're not being spayed and neutered. So if we are aggressive about spaying and neuter, and then we say, and it's been done before, folks, where a whole burrow, they didn't have any cats left.
Or a
to
section.
spay.
A section.
A section.
Of an
They had
area.
no cats left to spay
Right.
and neuter. So
It's
it can be
possible.
done.
And if we still have to post, hopefully I can find it, our last Zoom call. And Sue Spinello, who's the chair of the board at the Spade Club, talks about what they did in an area, I think it was in Upper Darby. And it was very encouraging, and I think it encouraged the people that were on that call too.
Yes. So that would be a start. But if you look at the big picture, once you have a community of animals that are neutered, Now it's about capture and placement. So,
If they're friendly.
and if they're not, then that's why we have pet sanctuaries and things like
Right.
that. So there are ways. We don't want to stop short and just say we have to abort these kittens.
Right.
That's not the long-term solution we're looking for. Long-term solution is depopulate the county and then find placement for the animals that can be, and then if they're feral, then there's solutions for that as well. So that's why we take the position we take. We think there's a better and bigger picture in all this. We're certainly not looking down or condemning anybody that does this, because we understand what's behind it.
Right.
And we understand what they've been dealing with for years.
Right.
It's just that now we're coming along. We feel like, from a faith standpoint, this is honoring to God, because He holds us accountable for how we take care of animals as well as our own family. So with that in mind, we want to do the best for these animals and the communities, because we know people that are simply exhausted taking care of these, 10, 20 kittens and cats around their house, because there's no one else there
Right.
to feed them,
And
they're
there's nowhere to take them.
nowhere to take them. So you're getting the picture without getting into a lot of detail. That's where we're coming from. So we see a better and bigger picture and what we believe to be a better solution by finding placement for these animals
And
eventually.
that's a segue into the next thing, adoptions. We need to be very strong in adoptions. There's a lot of rescues, and they're strong in rescuing, they're strong in TNR, which is trap, neuter, release. But they may not be strong in adoptions, and that's where we need the strength. We need to have like a department that is just dedicated to adoptions and aggressively looking for people to adopt. The Animal Advocacy Center, if you look that up, there's tons of resources on there. It's a no-kill, or it's called the No-Kill Advocacy Center. They have great resources on their website, and they say that it's a myth, because I guess they've done studies and market research. They say it's a myth that there's not enough people to adopt all these animals. So they actually have tried it in other areas, and they have had success where they were able to get a lot of these cats adopted that, they were told otherwise, that it's not possible to get all these cats adopted. So that's another thing that we want to focus on with this whole project that we're doing. And look at this little precious baby.
So
This is Sabrina
this is bittersweet, because she's being adopted out today.
with her mommy, Ellie, who's upstairs in the room.
And she's nothing short of adorable. I
She
think
is
her
precious.
picture is next to the word adorable in the dictionary for sure. She fulfills all the requirements.
Yes.
But anyway, we just want to put a picture where
She's
the words
12
we're
weeks
saying.
old. She was 12 weeks old yesterday.
And
And
we
she's
allowed
been
her mom to
spayed.
have her kittens here.
Mm-hmm.
And her two sisters are already rehomed.
Yep.
And I think my wife is going to, don't try to call her this afternoon. I think she's going to be in a
Yeah.
sad spot.
Mm-hmm.
I am too, but anyway,
Ellie heard her name. She's carrying on up
did
there.
she?
Yeah.
All right.
So
Obviously, she wants to get down.
yeah, she wants to go play.
Yeah.
So let's see. And we want to thank the Spade Club and Sue Spinello for allowing us to have the pet pantry in the parking lot at the Spade Club in November. It was a chilly day, but it worked out. And there were
Okay.
a lot of people that came and just hung out.
It was really nice.
It was really nice. So
It felt like community,
it is.
you know?
It's a community time.
Everybody on the same page and getting along and friendly and happy, and and I think people love being a part of something that's doing good in the
Yep.
community. So
And we met Mario, who I don't remember his last name. Sorry, Mario, but he's going to be the new director there.
yeah,
And so Sue has been very excited about him coming on board, and we got to meet him, which was a privilege. We were very happy to meet him.
yes, very much so.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And that kind of goes into the next
Announcement.
You want to say it?
Okay, so part of Delco Loves Animals has been the pet food pantry. has been really successful. Our first pantry, which was outside at the Collingdale refreshment
Community
stand,
Center. Oh, yeah.
in January of last year, believe it or not, but it was a nice sunny day, and they let us take over the stand and have the windows and doors open, and lots of people came out.
Lots. We got lots of donations.
It was really fun.
It was fantastic.
And that's been carried out through the remainder of the year. Every month we have pet food pantry. So it's like a lot of things in life, it's bittersweet because we see the good that it does, but we also see that it's not even coming close to fulfilling the need, which is for these stray animals that are out there. Let's just say that we know people have colonies of maybe 10, 20 cats that are spayed and neutered. Well, guess what? They have to eat every day. Well, who can afford to feed 20 cats a day on their own? And these people find a way to do it somehow. So the pet food pantry has been contributing towards that, but that's not even good enough. So
yeah, because it's only supplemental. We're not providing a whole month's worth of pet food.
We don't have it to provide.
We don't have it. If we did, we would love to be able to do that.
But there is the sun's coming out on the horizon because now, well, anyway, I guess the announcement
the
is
Spade Club has been providing a bulk of it, and if they didn't, we wouldn't have a pantry.
We can't thank them enough, and Susan
Yes.
Spinello has a heart the size of Texas.
Yes.
So we personally have gotten to know her and love her, and anybody that has the opportunity, please do the same. She's just absolutely aces.
And she's helped a lot of our pantry participants with spay and neuter, like low cost or no cost, and some veterinary services that, it's just been wonderful. And they have a presence at most of our pantries, which is phenomenal, because if somebody comes to us and says, when we ask them, are your pets spayed or neutered? No, we can't afford it. Okay, come on over. You can talk to Sue.
Yep.
And, we'll see what we can do. And that has been a tremendous blessing to so many people.
It certainly has.
Yeah.
So I think she sets a high mark for the rest of us. Because not only is she generous and thoughtful, but she allows people to use her facility for solving the problems that we're trying to solve in the community. She's hands-on, and they do it, and they do it at oftentimes no cost. So really, people like that really need to be recognized. But she also sets a standard for the rest of us, and that is that we will give selflessly and think about others first, and see where this takes us. Because if we go by her example and we go forward with Delco Loves Animals, or we're starting to entertain the idea of our own building or two or three.
Not our building.
Well, for the effort.
Not Delco
Not for
Loves
Delco
Animals.
Loves Animals.
Not us, not Delco Loves Animals. We're trying to find 501c3 like rescue or shelter or somebody that wants to expand and take that over. So
Yes.
more on that later, but
Anyway,
so
the announcement.
Pet food pantry announcement is
we have a new director as of the 1st of January for the pet food pantry, and her name is Kim Reed. We met Kim a few months back. She is passionate about feeding stray animals.
And she's so excited to be taking over the pantry.
Yes.
So excited. This is her dream, she said.
She had already started an effort on her own called Per Love, and maybe it'll continue to be Per Love. Regardless of the name of the organization, it's something she'll be stepping into the shoes that Lisa and I have been walking on for the last 12 months. And we're sure that she's going to grow this quite a bit. There's a lot of, and I'm not going to take her thunder away, because there are some things on the fire right now that could make this pet food pantry really, really grow.
Yes, and we're going to have her on another time so that everybody can meet her, at least on here, and get to know her a little bit.
Yep. So as of the 1st of January, she takes over. We are having a pet food pantry at the end of this month. That'll be
December 28th.
28th.
The place is still to be determined, but it's, we'll have a couple. Yeah, we're just waiting for some confirmation.
Yeah. So we're excited because we see things growing.
And it's going to be inside this time.
Yes.
So, yeah.
So anyway, that's pretty much.
So, yeah,
Sums it
let's
up, doesn't
see. The other thing is for the Don Guanella building, we want to form a task force. So maybe have about, 5 to 7 people on this task force that will be key people that will, put plans together, figure things out so that we can go to the county and present a polished idea. That's kind of what we're looking for. And if there's any, architect or anyone out there that might be able to draw some plans that we can work with them at pro bono, because Delco Loves Animals doesn't have money. We don't have money for, these services. So we're hoping maybe someone will donate their time to this, to do like some, a drawing. I don't know if anybody wants to get into doing a model or something like that. Maybe there's some college students out there that are going to school for architecture that might be able to do something like that or be willing to. And
this could be put on the resume, because if it comes to actually happen, it'll be a lot in part to their efforts. So.
Right, and that will show the county, it will show everyone that this is a serious matter, and that this is that we are to be taken seriously. So
yes, and we believe. Well, I'm like big on T-shirt designs that I never actually get made, but here's one that Lisa overheard, but she thinks it applies to this situation, and it is what?
Not if, but when.
How do you like that?
Yeah, so this has to happen. It's not an if it's going to happen, it's when it's going to happen. And the sooner the better.
There is a great need, folks, just to remind everybody. We have thousands and thousands of stray animals that are starving and dying, to be blunt, that we want to see that come to an end. And it's something that we can take control of together, and we have to do that. So please let us know, give us some feedback to this podcast, but also let us know through email anything that you think you can do and what your skill set is, so we can plug you in.
Right, and again, I know we've said this numerous times, and it was in the news article, but we need the municipalities to be on board, because that's where the funds are going to come from. Instead of being like all these different municipalities being contracted with different animal control services, we would funnel all that money into this one centralized, intake place, and use that money to have people on staff and, maintain maintenance for the building, maintaining utilities and everything like that. So.
Okay, and it's probably worth saying this too, like to tell you what this is not about. Okay, so it's not about Rich and Lisa. If you don't remember us, it's of no consequence. But we want you to remember about, right now it's Delco Loves Animals. Sorry.
And it's not even going to be Delco Loves Animals.
But it's the organization umbrella for now. And like I said, any cooperation, any kind of contribution, whether it's something where you volunteer,
anyone
some of your time.
Anyone that's influential that you can get in touch with us.
So, and we're not about, building an organization where we can make profit, because it would be a nonprofit. So I guess the picture I'm trying to paint is we take the overall picture very seriously about taking care of this stray animal population, at least in our community. And you know what? Even statewide, or even a bit more than that, eventually, if we build a good model here, we can just teach other communities to do the same thing. So, it's mind over matter. If we put our mind to it, and if you're a person of faith that will trust God to give us the resources and the timing for all of this, and the strength to do it, and the guidance. And we believe up to this point, it definitely has, because listen, we're just two ordinary working people with too much on our schedule like everybody else, right?
Taking care of too many cats.
Taking care of a lot of cats. So, you know, there's nothing different about us. We are just, what's that?
Oh, look at Buddy.
Oh,
Our
well,
cat Buddy is
he's sick.
And he's got big snot.
All right. Well, we better sign off. Listen, it's
Poor baby.
25 minutes into this. Thank you so much for your concern and your care and your time. We very much appreciate you.
Yes.
And we would love to hear from you.
And spread the word. Spread this video to everyone. Send it to everybody that you know. It's going to be in our newsletter that we'll be sending out probably this week. So, yeah,
Okay.
Thanks for listening.
Happy holidays and God
Yes.
bless you all.
And Happy New Year.
Bye now.
Bye.